Hey Aussie Gamers, welcome to episode 56 of the Aussie Gamers Express podcast, the podcast that gives out free games for listening to us, not for our fuck-ups. I am your host, LewkOne, and joining me as usual is my good friend, Thorncliff. How are you, mate?
I am awesome. I'm going to try and sound a little bit more excited. Yeah, because I wasn't last week. I was kind of like, yeah, I'm awesome and excited, but
I'm excited.
I wasn't conveying it through my voice, so I'm going to talk like this.
I've played heaps of games. I'm really excited. Yeah, it was pretty funny. We're also joined by our other good friend, Red. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good. Yes, I'm fucking awesome. Which will be emphasised throughout the show.
Wonderful, I believe you. All right, this week's show in preview. First up, after our general discussion in the news, we've got some news on Assassin's Creed Unity, their fixes and free stuff, DayZ completion dates, the Games with Gold and PlayStation Plus games for December, Zombi U 2 news, Dark Souls 2 news, and Drive Club news. Also, some information on
that really fast 5 times.
That's why.
Or Zombi U 2 news.
And some news on the Sony Brand and Activision versus YouTube. After that, what's that sound? And then we'll bring the show home for another week. All right. First up for what we've been playing. Who wants to do that?
I have compiled 2 more prestige levels on my Call of Duty on multiplayer.
Makes a total of what, 9 now?
No, 7.
7. Oh, you were 4. Oh, okay. Sorry. Here you go.
Yeah, I was up to my 6th last week. Now I'm up to my 8.
Oh, gotcha.
I went to a festival, actually. It was a glitch festival in France. Can anyone guess what I was playing?
Assassin's Creed Poonity.
Yeah, I persevered for 2 hours for 45 minutes of gameplay. And I've taken your approach. Just shelve it. I'm just going to put it up for a while because I can't be let down. Like, I know I was all pro for it last week. I'm still pro the game because the game still has a lot of potential. But now that we've been talking about it, discussing it, reading about it, like my news feed on my bloody phone, on my Facebook half the time is just about how crap, in inverted commas, obviously, Unity is. And it's like, oh, well, this is really bringing me down. So I'm going to put it down, play it when it's fixed, and give it 2 big thumbs up if they deserve it when it's all said and done.
Well, and I'll chuck in a couple of cents worth of my week with Unity. I didn't touch it. Like I said last week, I was shelving it also until a fix came out. And as we've got in the news this week, there has been a patch been applied that downloaded itself at about 5:30 a.m. this morning. So I thought I'll give it a go. I didn't get 5 minutes of gameplay before I was inside a building that I wasn't meant to be in, and then fell through the world and did the whole.
I cracked up laughing when I watched that video. So yeah, check out the video, guys. It's up on the Facebook page. But yeah, you're just standing there on the edge and you're looking down at the ground and you're going, is that white ground or is it a vis? And you step and just fall straight into it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I was looking at it going, can I walk on that? Oh, it was just, yeah. So, and I don't even think it was 5 minutes of gameplay before that happened. Like, I jumped onto the side of a building and he sort of like went to pull himself up and then went, oh, no, I'm too fat, can't do it, and went back down. And then I've tried again, sort of slightly pushing to the left to move over and try and get him to go up. And then, blip, he just flipped into the inside of the building and I climbed down and fell into an abyss.
Since when was I a downloadable character?
Assassin's Feed.
My favourite part still is inside of Notre Dame and running and swinging across the invisible chandeliers. So that was pretty cool.
They did that back in France in that time era. It was a popular thing to do.
I'm just putting it all down to it's inside the Animus, so it's just a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, it's all part of the story.
Yeah, that's it.
Imagine if they played it down with that.
Yeah, it's meant to do that. Yeah, it's realism.
Which would have made more sense in Rogue because there's an actual virus in the Animus.
Yeah.
But we'll get onto that soon. Yeah.
Anyway. Continue, Red. Sorry, mate.
And I have been reborn. Far Cry 4, fuck me, wow. What else do I say? 8 hours gameplay, 36% completion with only 3 story missions. playing it red style. Some of the old favourites from Far Cry 3, i.e. weaponry and whatnot, come across. So there's already that familiarisms, and I'm like, I want that. I know what I've got to do for that, and I want that, and I'm setting myself up. And oh man, wow, pretty game. Gameplay is second to none. I think I found 4 glitches. I reckon they put them in there on purpose just so Unity didn't look so bad.
Yeah, I found a couple.
It's got the whole Far Cry difficulty to it with the, you got to be quite precise on the guns, and they kick and pull and push, and fuck me, your screen goes red and you go, what the fuck was that? You turn around and the fucking rhinoceros is having another crack at you.
Oh, those rhinos, they are relentless. If they get the shits, they will hunt you down until you're dead.
I just sit behind one of the mounted, placed bloody 50 caliber weapons that are spotted around the map, and just sit there and lay them out. It's like, yeah, get me this time, you bastard.
That's probably why the skins can only create like a wallet, because you put that many fucking holes in them before you get the skin off it. You've only got enough skin to make a wallet with.
They don't like playing if you hit them with a bit of C4 though. They give up real quick. Run past
with a sticky bomb.
Yeah, man, that'll do the trick.
I really don't know how to sum this up without taking the whole hour and a half that we're going to spend tonight having a discussion about the gaming world. But I am thoroughly impressed. My faith's been rejuvenated. I used to use the argument when it was like the whole PlayStation first Microsoft thing, that Microsoft broke a lot of promises and they lost a lot of confidence in consumers. Fuck, I like you guys most likely, and a lot of other people out there, I reckon I've spent probably not in one transaction, but $300 or $400 last couple of weeks alone on games.
Yeah, I've spent plenty.
You know, and then Call of Duty, freezing. It freezed again on me today. I was having a quick go for an hour with my brother before we jumped on here.
Yeah, they've got to fix that. That's terrible.
It's freezing on you.
Yep.
The companion app is busted. The clan wars aren't going ahead. The servers obviously can't handle it. There's just no communication from Activision, Sledgehammer, Call of Duty, whatever. Unity, fucked in the A. It really is. I'm sorry. I'm staying positive. I'm looking forward to playing it and finishing it and loving it. But it really is. It's now a drain to put it in the system. It's like, will I, won't I? As I think just to quote you, Luke, I've spent more time on the app.
Yeah. I still play the app. I like it.
So do I. The companion app's actually quite cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of those games that you can set it up and set up your assassins to go do what they want. Some of the missions go for 10 hours, and then you can just leave it and come back to it.
I still play the Black Flag one because I like that. I'm going to be a bazillionaire next time I put that game in my PlayStation.
You better put it in your PlayStation and finish it. You'll want to after this. And just basic little bits and pieces of problems. The update 2.0, 2.01, when are they going to skip it, just go to update 4.0 and fix it all? The share play, the connectivity with Far Cry, trying to join a game with you, Luke. You've got real solid, consistent net, and I know mine's fluctuating, but it's strong enough, as you said last night, to get into Call of Duty.
But I don't know, it's not necessarily our net as well. Like with Far Cry, I can't get into a game with anyone except for Sean. I don't understand what's going on. And
are you hosting the game, or is somebody else hosting the game?
Yeah, me.
You're hosting the game.
Yep.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if it's like not really 100% sure with the technicalities behind it or something. We were also having issues with Unity with that, because when I jumped into your game, I couldn't see you.
Yeah,
but when you jumped into mine,
that was there wasn't any isolated incident though, because I played a couple of other times with other people and there was no issues.
Oh, okay.
I had one with Repamir the other day where he was invisible. That was when I'd done it for about an hour and a half, just collecting some stuff. And he was invisible only for about a minute, and then he come through when it resynced or whatever.
Well, we'll test the theory after the podcast. I'll join one of you, like maybe you, Red.
Yeah, I'll try and host one. We'll see what happens.
I'll join you rather than the other way around.
But just all these things I've outlined, like we don't even need to go into Drive Club, and I'm now not thinking that all these games that have been postponed or whatever. As a PlayStation player or a gamer, if you will, not to bloody brand one console, I was feeling real deflated. I really was, running through the motions, getting on more for the social aspect and, oh, fuck, let's play a game. Far Cry 4 has fixed that.
Yeah, it's a good fun game.
A complete title to date. I can't speak much about story. You've been running around and you don't have a bath for 24 to 48 hours. How is your asshole? I really care about you, man. Top to bottom, every bit. Look after your asshole. Yeah, so that's me in a nutshell for this week. Thoroughly enjoyed the last couple of nights of gaming. Really, wicked.
All right, Sean, what have you been playing?
I've done a few this week actually. Big one. I've been playing a bit more Far Cry 4. Really, still getting into that, but I find myself on the way to doing the next mission and getting sidetracked. Or if I haven't got enough time to sit in and put a good stint into it, I'll just jump on for an hour or half hour, 45 minutes. It's a good game that you don't have to get in and just really go into the story. You can just get in and just go and do a whole heap of side things that are available to you in the game. So really enjoying that still. The next one I got Ground Zeroes.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I was playing through. I've probably played about half an hour of that just because I really need to sit down and get behind the mechanics of it and really think it through, I think, to be able to get into it. But that was on the half price discounts or mega double discounts or whatever they had on the PlayStation store this week. So that's pretty cool. The other one I bought, which I've been waiting for a while, and I've got it cross-buy on PS3, 4 and Vita, and that was the Unfinished Swan.
Oh, yeah.
So that game came out last year, I believe, and you know the whole concept behind it, don't you?
I'll splash on the paint out so you can see where you can walk.
Yeah, so basically the story behind it at the start is that you're a young boy and you're chasing a swan through an empty world. So the basic story behind it is, if I can get it correct, so your mother was a painter or an artist, and she never finished any of her paintings or anything like that. Kind of like me, video games. And she dies. You get put into like a home or something like that, and you get to keep one of the paintings, which is the Unfinished Swan. You wake up in the middle of the night, the paint's gone off it. You're able to step inside the painting into this just blank world. You start throwing paintballs. There's no tutorial, no nothing. You just go into there, you push the right trigger, and it starts throwing a paintball out. So the really unique thing about it is it's just everything is there, but it's just white. So you can't see anything. So as you throw the paintballs out, if you've got like a fence in front of you, it'll splatter the black onto the fence, but it'll also go through the holes in the fence and like land on the ground behind it.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll give you like a depth scale of where you are in the world. You don't just throw paint everywhere. You kind of stand in the middle for a second and you just start. I used to just stand in the middle and spin around in circles, just throwing paint up all around me in circles, and that just to kind of get a gauge on where you were, because if you threw paint everywhere, then the whole world would be black.
It'd be the same problem.
So you can't see it. So yeah, it's a really cool concept. And as you go along through the story, you find like gold letters, and when you go over to the gold letters, it'll open up like like reveals a page of a book and adds to the story. So it's giving you a story as it goes along. It'll say, the king, he made the world white and clean because that's the way he liked it. And then the people in the village were annoyed because they kept on tripping over everything and couldn't see where they were going. So then he started adding shadows to the world. So as you progress through the game, it's no longer just a clear landscape, but there's shadows, and then there's vines, so you get your paint changes from a black paint to like a water, so that when you throw it on the ground, it actually disappears. But you'll get vines and things like that around the area that you throw the water along the wall, and the vines will grow, so allowing you to climb up the side of buildings and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a really cool concept, a really cool game. It gets better as it goes along. Probably about 2 to 3 hours worth of gameplay, but really cool.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did.
Huh.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it. Once I got to the end, then I went back and I had a look, and then I had a look at the trophies, and I thought, well, I could probably 100% the game if I want to go back, just because the earlier on levels in it, it's not until the first couple of levels that you'll actually bump or knock these balloons that they've got, and you've actually got to hit the balloons and clear them, and that's like part of the achievement system. So like hit all the balloons in the area and all that, but you don't really get a good hold on that until like further down the tracks. And same as the letters on the page, so you'll see them in the distance, but you're not going that way, so you just leave them as if they're a marking on the wall, because you don't know until you get further into the game that it's actually a part of the story. So I probably got about 3/4 of the actual story whilst playing it for the first playthrough, but if I go back and play it again, then I'd probably open more things that I didn't know from the original playthrough. So
cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, lastly, Assassin's Creed Rogue. I put in probably a good 6 or 7 hours into it the other day. I downloaded it. I sat down and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give this a really, really good playthrough, because I want to see what it's like. And it is, it's Black Flag with a better story, a cooler concept. What happens is Luke, correct me if I'm wrong on anything that I'm going to say here, because you two've played it, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So it's set between, so it's after Black Flag, and it's a prequel to Assassin's Creed 3. So you'll start to see right from I'm not going to go too much spoiler territory here, but like very, very early on in the game, you run into 2 people from both the games. So you'll probably seen online different things. So you'll actually met up with Adewale and with
Connor.
Achilles.
Oh, sorry.
So
hang on a sec. I don't know. Is it a prequel to Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
Because they mention Connor.
So it's before. Because Connor's a child in this.
Yeah, see, they didn't refer to his age, but I remember them referring to him. I wasn't sure if they were referring to him like as an adult or a child. But they mentioned that Connor was Haytham's favourite and only son. But I guess it probably is him as a kid, because if they were referring to him after Assassin's Creed 3, chances are they wouldn't be talking about a good relationship between the two of them.
No. Yeah, so
if you've played Assassin's Creed 3, I guess you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, and so yeah, it's Achilles, who's Connor's assassin mentor, and Adewale, the pirate from Black Flag. It's set in the North Atlantic, so up around New York and that area.
Adewale looks older though.
That's because it's after Black Flag.
Oh, Black Flag is before.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not confused. Can you tell?
So Assassin's Creed 3 is after Assassin's Creed 5, which is after Assassin's Creed 4.
Which one's Assassin's Creed 5?
Rogue.
Right, okay. I'm fucking lost. Whatever happened to movies like and games like, Police Academy, where it was just one after the other?
Yeah.
None of this prequel business.
It's called Assassin's Creedception.
Yeah. Sorry, keep going. I obviously know what I'm talking about.
You play as an assassin. He's an Irish assassin. His name's Shay Patrick Cormac.
I believe he's Irish. Fuck that name.
Yeah, Shay Patrick Cormac.
Oh, can I change the subject before I forget again to ask you? It's sort of still on Assassin's Creed, but you're a bit of a history buff, and you said you specifically like the storyline of Unity because of the French Revolution and all that. Can you explain to me why no?
Went there.
Big language. Can you explain to me why nobody in that entire game has a French accent?
I don't know.
It's in French, isn't it?
Yes. That is because it would get really annoying when I'm talking like this all the time.
Or did France, a long time ago, was France in England? Were they over? I don't know. This is a serious question. Were they overrun by the English or something?
No, but there's a lot of things about which is a lot earlier than that, probably about 800 years, where there was a lot of interbreeding between the two royal families.
Oh, so what you're trying to tell me? They couldn't afford or couldn't hire anybody with the accent, right? So they just went with Tom.
No, it's probably because it's quite an annoying accent, I'd imagine.
Oh, they could have at least given a French accent.
I am French. Can you not tell what is that? His accent was still a king.
Nah, they could have made it work.
Why don't you go boil your bottoms?
but yeah, sorry, that was just an observation.
I see one of them standing on top of the Bastille going, "I fart in your general direction."
It's just an observation I made. I'm thinking, this is in France, but I haven't heard a French accent yet. That's just weird. Sorry, continue on with Rogue.
Yeah, so where was I at? Yeah, so Shay Patrick Cormac, he's an assassin, and strangely,
well, he's not. He gets donned his robe, doesn't he?
No, he's an assassin from the start.
From the go. Well, what's the bit where he meets up with the assassin hierarchy dudes that give him the wrist thingy? Or are they just upgrading?
I think they might be just upgrading him because I believe that right from the start, he's got all the gear at the start and that, doesn't he?
Oh, you know what? I'm confusing Unity. I'm confusing
I was about to jump in there.
I'm not talking about fucking Assassin's Creed anymore. I am thoroughly confused by the whole series of games.
Chocolate blur.
Sorry, I'm not talking. You go.
You've got me fucked now. I've got all these notes and now I don't even know where to go to.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, so you're an assassin and some shit goes down. You don't like what's going on, and you turn your back on the assassins and do the big 180 and become a Templar. So that's going forward. With the gameplay thing, so it is very, very much like Black Flag with a few little improvements. So you've got your normal collectibles in it, which is your chest, your animus fragments. The shanties are back again and as annoying as ever to try and catch. The hunting, so I've seen like the elk and deer and all that kind of stuff that you can go after. There's new collectibles in there. I wasn't sure if this was in Black Flag or not, but there's the Templar maps, which will are like the treasure maps in Black Flag. There's war letters, cave paintings, which you can see through the eagle eye.
Pictures of red.
That's right.
Pictures of red.
Yes. And one really cool thing that I found, so in what's it called, Black Flag, I did a lot of swimming because I'd park on the wrong side of an ocean. I'd just jump in the water and I'm like, fuck it, I couldn't be bothered pulling the ship around, so I'll just swim to the area. You can't do that in this game.
Oh, why not?
So you jump into the water. If you're in the North Atlantic and you jump into the water, you've only got about 5 seconds in the water before you start to freeze.
Ah.
So you'll start swimming and you'll notice around the edges of the screen, it starts to go like white and crystallize.
Yeah.
And the longer in the water, the more it crystallizes, and your health starts to go down the second it starts to crystallize. So it'll actually kill you if you're in the water for too long, which is a really cool little thing that I found about the game.
That's realistic, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's one thing that I find funny about this. It's got all these little things that I've noticed along the way, and I've gone, well, why didn't they do that in Unity? And one of them was something like that there. When you start to die, it's cool, like that crystallization coming in from the outside. Also, if you dive into a haystack in this, shit comes off the haystack.
Yes, really?
Yes.
How hard is that to do? And yeah, the ones in Unity, as I've noticed, they just stay still. Like
Yeah, so that's a pretty cool thing. So it's got your crafting system and all that kind of stuff. So you kill the animals, skin them, craft new items as you do with a lot of the Ubisoft things. The map is massive again. So you've got the whole northeast of America, and I also went to Portugal. So you go to Portugal in search of something there. I won't go too much into that there, but that's pretty cool. It's a really big change, and there's a massive environment, and looks really, really good the way that they do the level while you're in Portugal. There's no companion app for it, which is kind of like you're not a pirate or anything like that there, but there is still the chance that you take over the ships while you're on the sea. So you have your battles and all that kind of stuff where in Black Flag you'd go there and you'd add once you boarded the ship, you'd add it to your fleet.
Yeah.
And build your fleet up, and then you'd be able to send them on the missions through the companion app. I think that'd be a nice little addition if you were able to do that in this game. I mean, not a game breaker, of course, but I just think it'd be something cool just to help you earn a bit more money. So your ship's the same as in Black Flag in the way that you can do your upgrades and upgrade the cannons, the hull, add a rammer to it and all that kind of stuff. Your ship's called the Morrigan. When you do the boarding of the other ships, you get your two options. So you can either repair your ship, or you can salvage the enemy ship, so to get all your wood and all that kind of stuff, which you can use for your upgrades on your ship. What else are we going to go into? So yeah, it is more when it's as in Black Flag, you spend a lot of time in Abstergo as well. So you're employed by Abstergo. You're on the project for Shay, and something goes wrong in it. There's a bug in the system. It gets a virus. The virus shuts down. I just thought of something, and I was trying not to laugh about it. It shuts down your memories. It shuts down the Abstergo building. And what's funny is that it's set at the same time as another person in the building is working on the Unity project.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably why it's fucked, is because there's, sort of, as I said before, that had the Assassin's Creed Rogue had a virus in it, so therefore it's affected Unity. But yeah, and that's cool because you've got your little collectibles. So like in Black Flag, I'm keeping going back to it, but you've got your terminals that you've got to hack into, but it's a little bit different now. Instead of having how you had to line up the
lasers and whatnot.
The lasers and get it through on Black Flag. This one here, it's got like a circle and what does it call it? Like a.
Are you talking about the sphere in the middle?
Yeah, with the sphere in the middle with the rings around the outside. Around it. Yeah, so
it's just a puzzle, easy puzzle.
A puzzle to do it. They do get quite difficult as it
goes.
Oh,
I'd imagine they would. Yeah.
Then there's other collectibles which are like little cell phones that you can pick up, and it has like emails from different people, and you read through them about what's going on in the business and all that kind of stuff. That's where I found out about somebody's working on the Arno project.
Yeah, I saw that. Poonity. That was on the little PDA thing that was near the elevator or whatever.
Yeah, near the elevator. Did you also notice a lot of the places, like if you walk over to the front desk and all that kind of stuff, if you look on the desk, they've got magazines and all the different kind of stuff. There's actually Far Cry games there.
Yeah, Far Cry 3. There was Assassin's Creed 2, which had the Assassin's Creed 3 image on it. I don't know what the go was there. Because it said Assassin's Creed 2, like it had the numbers, the Roman numerals, but it was the picture of like the well-known cover image of Connor.
Yeah.
Like, wonder if that's a mistake or an intentional Easter egg or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's cool. Just like little Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff that you see along the way. Overall, I am loving this game. The storyline in it is really cool, and it's one of the only times that I've actually got that into a character that I genuinely want to know what's going to happen with him, because he's done the dirty, he's switched, and I want to see what's going to happen and what they're going to try and do to him. force switching and what you're going to need to do to...
They're going to put obscene objects in his bumhole.
Probably.
Red's going to play it now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus.
All right, cool. Are we good to move on?
Yeah, well, that's basically what it is. I recommend it all for anybody that's a fan of them, and you want an Assassin's Creed fix while Unity's getting fixed. Yeah, so I'd really recommend to jump on Rogue. It's good, and I'll take this time just quickly I kind of went into a bit of a tangent last week about, yes, it should be released and they should be going forward with all this stuff.
I accept apology.
They should have fixed Unity and made it proper, because this game here could have quite easily stood on its own feet on both consoles.
Yeah, I agree. And I still very much enjoy the piratey, the high seas theme as well.
Scallywag activities.
Yeah. Yes, I appreciate your apology, Sean. Thank you very much. All right, I'll talk to you about my week. For the most of it, I've been playing Far Cry 4. I did finish the storyline, and I've got about 3 trophies left to platinum it. I was a little bit upset when I found out that I did miss a missable trophy. So that was annoying. Just a heads up to people, there's a trophy called Robin Hood, and it entails basically you need to hijack 3 of the, what's it called, the army, the something army, Royal Army. The Royal Army trucks, you've got to hijack 3 of them and drive them back to an outpost that you've liberated. Now, I was always planning on doing that sort of stuff once I'd finished the game. However, I liberated all of the outposts, so those trucks have nowhere to come from because I've liberated them all. So don't do that. Don't miss that trophy if you are keen on getting a platinum in it. Otherwise, you'll have to start again. You won't have to do very much to start a new game. The only thing is I've got to wait until I upgrade all of my all of my abilities, because if you start a new game, it wipes over your old one.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, you can't, it doesn't have save slots. So I have
What I was wondering is, or maybe we could try this out, if you jump into my co-op game and we do the 3 together, will you pop the trophy and I pop the trophy?
Oh, hey, maybe. Because
Sean, that was going to give me a couple of extra hours to catch up.
Yeah.
because that's not like a story mission thing. That's a side mission thing that should still be active in your game.
And what's really cool about it is that you can do vehicle takedowns whilst playing co-op. So I could be driving the car and pulling up beside this convoy while you're in the passenger seat and jumping into the convoy whilst I'm driving still.
Yeah, which is a trophy as well.
Yeah,
is it?
One.
Yeah. There's a trophy for playing as Herc, in co-op and doing a vehicle takedown.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, look, from all the trophies that I've gone through, I'm pretty sure that's the only one that is missable if you're playing on your own. But look, that's a good idea. We will have to give that a go, save me starting a new game. Because if I start a new game, I'll lose my map.
Yes.
Which I don't want to do. But in saying that, I've nearly platinumed it, and I've only done like 50-odd% of the game. But mind you, there's about almost 40 hours worth of gameplay that I've put into it.
Yeah, you've smashed that, especially seeing as like last week we were sitting there and I think I'd done more hours on it than you had last week.
Yeah, I haven't stopped playing it. I can't get enough of it. It's really good. And once I've platinumed it, it's not one of those games that I'll put away. I still want to play co-op stuff with you guys. It'll be really cool.
Yeah.
All right, move on. Dead Rising 3. I played that on the Xbox One. That's my next sort of story that I want to get through, because I played it for a short amount of time just to sort of get it installed and see what it looked like. And that game's sensational. So keen on that.
Okay, questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there save areas?
Oh, and I didn't play it that much.
Okay.
I think it's got autosave though.
Uh-huh. Now, do you only have 2 hours to finish the game?
Look, I don't think so. I think all those things have changed. I did a little bit of research, but like I said, I haven't played it enough to really notice those things.
What is crafting areas and all that kind of stuff? There is crafting tables.
No, you can craft on the fly.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that's one thing I did do that I appreciated, because it said to me, like, I picked up I don't know, it was like a cement saw and a broom, and it said, and it sort of handed me a blueprint somehow, and it said craft this, and I'm like, well, where do I go to craft it? And then I realised that you just had to press like the start button or the hamburger button or whatever it is on the Xbox One. And yeah, you did it all just standing in the middle of the room. Like, they didn't have to go to a specific place to craft things, which is very appreciated. And yeah, fingers crossed that time limit stuff's all out the window, because that's what broke 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah.
But it looks brilliant. There are hundreds of zombies on the screen. I've driven a car through hundreds of them, and like, you feel the vibrations of the bodies hitting the car through the triggers, because it's got the haptic feedback in the left and right trigger. It's so good. It's really good. So
well, we played this last year at the Expo.
Yeah, the 2013 Expo. Yep.
Yeah, and I was just amazed in like the 6 minutes that we had. I think you got over 2,000 and just under 2,000 kills in the 6 minutes that we were playing. Just
because
it was just you got a car or a motorbike, and you go, oh geez, look at that there. There's a fucking steamroller. So I'm going to mix the steamroller with the motorbike and then add flamethrowers and chainsaws to it.
But that's the thing. It's not just weapons that you can craft. It's crafting vehicles as well, which is really sick, that I can't wait to get into. So I've got to say thank you to Stooch for lending it to me. But what I really am trying to do is find a copy of it to buy myself and send it back to him so I can play co-op with him, because it's all co-op. And I'd really like to play that with another person. But yeah, so look, that looks fantastic. Keen to play that. Again, Stooch, thank you very much. He gifted me a copy of Limbo on the Xbox One. He picked that up for being an early adopter of the Xbox One on the Xbox One's birthday. So he didn't want the game. He didn't want Limbo because he'd played it already and he didn't see himself playing it again. And I'm a fan of the game, and he gave it to me. So I played a bit of that as well. And it's still a wonderful game.
While showing the love for Stooch, I'd also like to put it out there and say thank you for, he actually gifted me his old capture card, so I'll be able to start recording videos and stuff like that. So
what a generous man.
Much. He's a lovely guy.
He is generous.
Where's my fucking free shit?
Shut up, idiot. What's Far Cry 4? Far Cry 4 chopped liver, is it?
Yeah. No, that's 12 months of dedicated hard work. Thank you very fucking much.
12 months?
Almost.
How many months are in a year?
12.
And when did you start?
On the podcast or the page?
Anyway, I don't know the facts.
You've done about 20 episodes of the podcast.
I'm joking.
I don't know the facts, so I'm not going to argue it, but I'm sure you're wrong.
Starting it up.
You've got plenty of free shit, Red.
I know, I'm only joking.
And look at that. I've been on the page since 2012, and the first free shit we get, I give to fucking you.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, back to me. Lego Batman 3, I played the demo on the Xbox One.
Oh, yes.
It's more Lego, and they've fixed up a couple of things that was a little bit annoying in the previous ones. Now you don't have to find those little teleportation things to change into the Batman suits. You've got now like a weapon wheel, but it's a suit wheel. So if you activate a suit during a level, you can just select them at any stage.
Oh, cool.
So that was pretty cool. There was like a Resogun level that I played. Remember seeing that one at the Expo?
Yes.
Yeah, it is pretty much exactly Resogun, except the ship that you're flying in is so so small, insignificant in comparison to the screen, and it blends in with the background. It's very hard to see. It's not as good as Resogun, but there's a Resogun part on it. But look, yeah, it's more Lego. I only got to see like a small snippet of it. I'll put a video up on the YouTube channel. But
I did about 20 minutes of that as well. I downloaded it and had a bit of a go. So
that's about all it goes for, isn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I must be shit at it, because I was just smashing everything, just trying to... Yeah.
Did you get the platinum in the demo?
Yeah.
Look, that's about it for me. Most of the week's been Far Cry 4. Oh, I just want to make a special mention. I do have, actually, at this present time, Little Big Planet 3 downloading. So if anybody's keen on giving that a go, I'm downloading it. Oh, and I played Minecraft with my daughter.
What's where did you get the Little Big Planet from?
From the store.
Oh, from the store. You just okay.
Yep. Yeah,
so
like the PlayStation store.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because I had a look today, and it was like $95 at JB Hi-Fi.
Oh, like, is it
really? Yeah. It must be. It said something pack. It must have every little fucking bit of everything in it.
Yeah, because on the store it's $79.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about purchasing it, but I'm not sure if I want to get that or Batman.
It seems like on the PlayStation Store, the only games that aren't $99 are the Sony backed games.
Yes.
Which, well, good on them, but I just would like the rest of them to drop down in price a little bit, so it's a little bit more reasonable to buy off the store.
Mm.
None of this $99 for the basic one where you can get them for $59 on the websites for, like, Dick Smith.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, well, that's me. Let's do the news then. All right, first up in news, we've got Assassin's Creed Unity fixes, and 300 of them to be exact.
Fuck.
Now, because
there needs to be 301.
What's the one?
You falling through the fucking
yes. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Climbing through buildings that you're not meant to be able to get into. But yeah, look, obviously we don't have time to go through
my chandelier up, I'm going to be annoyed.
Yeah, like you can see it now. Don't have time to go through all 300 of them, but I do have a couple of the probably the important ones to mention. There's stability and performance updates, which is going to fix random crashes for both campaign and co-op. There's also 90 plus various low reproduced crashes. Fixes to specific frame rate drops. I think that's probably a winner for most of us. And there's an improved general frame rate on the PS4 specifically by lowering the priority of the online service thread. What does that mean?
From just the way you said it there, it's like it's been connected.
One at a time, boys.
Can you just repeat what you said? Just fuck out. Okay.
Improved general frame rate on PS4 by lowering the priority of the online services thread.
Does that mean that like you're always connected to Uplay or something like that there, which means that it's always semi-streaming something in case that there's like an online mission or something? Do you know they had the online missions in Black Flag and that? Do they have something similar to that in Unity?
It probably does.
When you're running through the area, there might be something that it's trying to always ask the internet, should I be popping something up here too?
I don't know.
That's what it sounds like to me anyway.
Turn it off. Give me the option to turn it off. But anyway, fixed frame rate drop while Arno climbs on the RHP building of Palais de Justice. Must have a specific spot where it drops. And also same thing when climbing and pressing the left stick towards somewhere that is not climbable in certain areas. That usually makes the frame rate drop, so they say. Fixed frames per second drops in Sainte-Chapelle. There's also gameplay, navigation, flight and stealth fixes, AI and crowd fixes, matchmaking, connectivity and replication fixes, menus and HUD fixes, mission tweaks, campaign co-op and side content fixes, world and 3D fixes, progression and difficulty fixes, and PC specific fixes as well. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. As I said, there's like 300 of the things, so yeah. And it goes into quite some detail on the Ubisoft forums as to what these fixes are there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of small print of what they're fixing if you are that way inclined and want to have a look. But I'm not through that.
Be quite interesting to see. I just want to add something quickly back onto Rogue that I missed out, and that was you really missed the controlled descent. After playing Assassin's Creed Unity and then jumping onto Rogue and fucking falling off everything. Yeah, I really missed. So you're doing something right, Unity. Controlled descent is awesome.
There's one thing that was a little bit weird in Rogue, where I've never noticed it in any of the other games, because I think their coat usually covers the waist movement. But in Rogue, like at the very beginning of the game when you're doing your training part, I noticed when I was facing away from the camera and I would turn to the left to face the camera, your legs would turn and your body would twist really, really awkwardly. And all the textures were just stretched. There wasn't like a pivot. You know, I'm pretty sure this in the past, what it would normally do is have like a pivot point, and the coat over the top would cover that horrible pivot. But for some reason, the coat was sort of stuck to the body and twisted and stretched the textures, and it looked really stupid. And it wasn't a glitch or a bug, but it was just the way it was made. Am I just being too picky? Is that what you're laughing at?
Yeah, because I was just thinking as well, I was sitting there and I'm playing it and I'm going, yeah, I'm running through the branches. This should be knocking the fuck out of me, but it's not, because it's last gen and this is what last gen was like. And I'm running through bushes and nothing's moving out of the way. I'm just, yeah.
Not even the fish?
No. No. And that's why I think I'm really enjoying it as well, because I'm just going, this is last gen. It's supposed to look like that. Oh, my.
Now, the only reason I bring it up is that I don't think I've ever seen it on any of the previous last-gen games. Okay. They've managed to hide it a lot better than they have in Rogue. But anyway, that's all good. Who's got the next news?
Keep going with Unity?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah, there's more on Unity, isn't there? Who's got them all?
Me.
Go.
After just quickly a side note, after watching your video that you put up for your 5 minutes on Unity, I thought the 300 fixes were just individual pixels.
They've fixed 300 pixels. Yeah.
Yeah. So, following on with the Unity shenanigans, a way of saying sorry for selling a bug-riddled Assassin's Creed Unity, Ubisoft is going to release their first downloadable content pack titled Dead Kings, free of charge. And if you like Weeksy from the page and whatnot, and people going, fuck me, but why'd I bother paying $39 or whatever it was for the season pass? Well, they've also turned around, and to all the people that have purchased the DLC or the season pass, which is now, I'm led to believe, not available for purchase at the moment.
Yeah, they've taken it down.
Are going to get the choice between Far Cry 4, The Crew, Watch Dogs, Black Flag, even funnier, Just Dance, 2015, or Rayman.
'Cause I'm happy clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Thanks for that.
So, yeah. So
we heard it 30,000 times at the expo.
You know, 30,001 would have been enough, but...
What a way to say sorry, giving someone Far Cry 4. It's like, here you go, it's just the best game of the year.
Yep.
In my opinion. But it seems they're showing some remorse, and, well, if they didn't, that's an EA dick move sort of thing. So they've come out and they've apologised with free stuff. So I can stop whinging and get my free stuff now.
That's cool. Free DLC, cool.
Yes. Just quickly on the bugs, are they going to fix the people with no faces?
No, that's a feature.
Oh, okay. Because
it's a feature. It's a feature in every Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So it does look pretty cool, just like the eyeballs and the lips, just with nothing behind it.
Any more on that?
No, not really. That's about it.
All right, Sean?
No confirmed dates or anything.
Go ahead, Sean.
Okay, so Drive Club is getting its first its DLC next week. So, yeah, we still won't be able to play it for free though. It has got a car in it, the Lycan Hypersport, that has diamond-encrusted LEDs in the headlights.
Oh, look out.
Right.
Maybe somebody should have been spending a little bit more time on making sure that the servers were working. You also get a BMW M4, Renault Twin Run, and a Caterham SPR 300R and the KTM X-Bow R. You'll also be able to, there's a few new maps coming to it, or tracks, they call it. Now, also in it, they've had an interview this week with Sean Layden, who's the president and the CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America. And he's come out and said something very strange. Well, I think it is quite strange anyway. They've said it in regards to Drive Club. In the development cycle, we try to test against every possibility. We have a QA team and we have a QA plan. You do a beta test, you scope against that. But now in a connected world, you can't effectively test in your house or in your beta group what it means to have 50,000, 100,000, 200,000 users hit your service. And the guys at the studios are struggling with that. It's throwing things up. It's throwing up things they had not anticipated. Now, what he's saying here now is, what I'm taking from this is going, beta tests don't work. Well, it's worked for every other major release that's come out this year. They've done an alpha, a closed beta, now an open beta for the crew. If they have issues with the server when the crew comes out, I'll be very, very surprised. They've tested the shit out of it. They did an alpha on Evolve. They're going to do an open beta on Evolve. That's not going to have any issues. Warlords of Draenor, Hearthstone, massive major titles for people like Blizzard. They beta test and they get these things right. They never beta tested Drive Club. This is why we're having these issues.
Just to play devil's advocate for a second there, Warlords of Draenor didn't have a very good launch as far as I've heard.
That's because you had a bit more than 10 million people trying to get onto the server as opposed to less than 100,000 people jumping onto the server with Drive Club.
Oh, maybe they should have beta tested with that amount of people then.
Given everybody a beta access code.
That's it. People. Well, that's essentially Destiny. I think they did a kick-ass job with their beta test and their alpha test, because they specifically baited people to play in a 2-hour time frame. They're like, all right, we're going to give you all something special for when the full game. If you jump on and play at this time, because we're going to open up the moon. So basically, every beta tester would have been on, obviously the majority of anyway, to stress test it to the max. Yeah, Red was asleep, but that's all right. I woke up. Oh, you were up.
Yeah, I was.
And and it worked. And I think Destiny had a flawless release as well. But yeah, look, I think beta testing is a must. Oh, boo hoo! All right, is it back to me now?
Yes.
All right, I think, Red, you and I are sharing one here. DayZ Standalone completion date is set to... Guess what year, Sean? 2016, you're correct. No, 2016.
Got his Rain Man jitters on.
That's it. No, so look, it was nearly a year ago when I bought the standalone early access. I didn't think it was like fucking pre-early access. That's ridiculous that it's still a couple of years away.
Yeah.
It's going to...
Maybe they should have advertised it as pre-early access.
Yeah, but look, Bohemia Interaction has notified the early access buyers. I haven't received anything from them, mind you, but they've apparently notified us all that DayZ won't be complete until 2016. And between now and then, they have a quarterly roadmap that includes vehicles, new zombie AI, diseases, and basic stealth. And that's for quarter 1, 2015. In the second quarter, they're looking at adding...
They're going to put AIDS and Ebola into the game and everybody will be dead before release in 2016.
In the second quarter, they're aiming to have things like vehicle repair and modification. And they'll be introduced along with player statistics, new user interface, and dynamic events. So if you've got the early access, you'll get those things as it sort of progresses. It's going to take a while before it's actually finished. Now, it's going to be about $50. I've read when it's released, like the full thing, but I think you can still get it for about $30.
Yeah, I'll wait for Steam sales.
DayZ Standalone has also been announced for PlayStation 4. So it is coming to the console.
In 2019.
Yeah, it's probably going to be even years after the PC one's finished. So
they're still waiting for Among the Sleep.
For those who were looking forward to it being finished soon, it's not going to happen. Also, Dean Hall, who is the creator of the DayZ mod, he has... it was earlier this year, but he has also stated that he is on the out. He's leaving. So.
Is that the guy that climbed Everest?
Yes. Yep.
Yes. And somebody stole his shoes.
Yeah, it wasn't his, but somebody's boots weren't stolen. Yeah, something like that. All right. Red, what's your next news?
It's a retail listing for a sequel to Zombi U appeared on Amazon in France. So this could be something to get excited about. And according to the listing, it was going to be released October 17, 2015.
Ooh, what October did you say?
Yeah, October 17, 2015, yep. Ooh. And the listed publisher was Namco Bandai, not Ubisoft.
Ah.
Which it previously was.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft and had all the Uplay stuff in it too. I really want a Zombi U 2. I loved the first one.
Yeah, I watched all your old footage and stuff on it too, and looked up on it after you told me that it was probably one of the best games you played on the Wii.
Oh, it is, absolutely. With regard to the Mario games, of course, but as for non-Mario stuff, it's the best game I've played on it.
Yeah.
That's the one where if you get killed by a zombie, you run back and find the zombie that killed you and steal your shit back, right?
No, you go... Sort of. You're halfway there. When you get killed by a zombie, obviously you turn into a zombie and you respawn as a new person. And you go and find your old you. So you go and find the person that you were playing as, who's now a zombie, and has your backpack on, because it's you. Kill them and take your old shit back.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool
old you.
I like that.
The old you on the Wii U, you can feel like new.
Yes. And also,
I'd love to see something like that in a multiplayer game for like Dying Light or something, where you start off as the zombie and you got to go around and kill them, and so as you kill the other people on the other team, they turn into zombies.
I like infected mode on Call of Duty.
Actually, they have that mode in Forza Horizon 2, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
just their cars.
Ah.
Sorry, continue, Ed.
While Zombi U was for some time the best-selling third-party game on the Wii U, Ubisoft boss Yves Guillemot said it wasn't even close to profitable.
Eat a dick, Yves. It was an awesome game.
He started a trend with that and Unity, didn't he?
Yeah, but how many games out there? Their sequel was 10 times better than the original. Like I can name 2 from memory, like just off the cuff, and that would be Uncharted.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
Because Uncharted 2 blew everyone away, and Assassin's Creed.
Yep.
Assassin's Creed 2 shat all over the first one.
Devil May Cry.
There's plenty of them there. You've got to give it a second crack. You know, if it was half decent to start off with, have another go. If it still falls on its face, give up. But don't give up on the first one if it's half good.
And then if you Call of Duty, just keep on going. You'll make a good one soon.
They've had a good one
now.
No, I shouldn't say that. I like the Call of Duty.
Yeah, so watch this space.
Giving the people what they want.
Zombie U too. Zombie U too. Hooray. So what, you're going to be Fano?
Yeah.
And they're going to give it away free of charge to everybody with a Wii U, and everyone's going to whinge about it because they don't want shit for free on their console.
Just a footnote. It's mentioned to be set in New York.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Because last time it was in Great Britain.
Yeah, hence the cricket bat.
Hence the cricket bat, yeah. And there was like another bat skin that you could get, and it had some punk. I think it had punk written on it or something. And also the beef eaters that you could smash their heads.
Drunken bass, fucking twat. Shaun of the Dead, the zombies.
Referencing Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
When he comes out of the pub and there's they're singing and the zombies in the background.
Well, the only thing I remember from Shaun of the Dead is you've got red on you. That's all I remember. Anyway, Sean, what's your new news?
My new news. It's not Zombie U2 new news.
No.
Sony is making a major push into the PlayStation brand. So they're cutting back on their TVs and smartphones.
It's because they're shit.
It's you know my feelings on Sony. I've got everything Sony, so I think they make a good product, but it is expensive.
Yeah, it's overpriced for what it is. That's what makes it shit. Well, no, the phones themselves are the shit part of the phones, but the TVs, when you compare to cheaper things, they're shit.
Yeah, well, you're just sitting there going, oh, well, this TV won't last as long as the Sony. Yeah, but I can pay a third of the price for it, so if it only lasts half as long, I'm still ahead.
Still ahead if I've got to buy another one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're making a major push towards the PlayStation.
Good
because
idea.
they're seeing it as their most profitable... most profitable asset in the business. So
Do you want to know what that spells out for me?
more games.
Cheaper games.
Games. Mm. Well, it wasn't too long ago that Mr. Japanese fellow, what was his name? Not Shuhei Yoshida, is it?
Which for
Sony. Shuhei Yoshida, the Japanese fellow for PlayStation.
That's him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so he came out recently and was saying something along the lines of, "We've sold so many PlayStations, but we don't know why."
Yeah.
It's because it's a good product. It's people jump ship from the Xbox or brand new people into the console market. When they saw this come out, they went, you know what, we're going to buy this. And they were quite worried because they didn't know what their demographic was towards sales or anything like that, and what they were going to do moving forward. And looking at this here, they're going, we're going to pump more money into PlayStation, so they must have some idea of who they're selling these to or what they want in the big grand scheme of things from PlayStation, because there's no money in the TVs anymore. There's no money in the stereos anymore. There's no money in the phones with you. You've got Apple and Samsung. They have a complete monopoly over the market because nobody buys anything else. So this is the only real way to go. Microsoft's going the same way as well. They've got their software side of things, but Xbox is the way of the future. Just start pumping out good games for it, and that's what's going to build your brand. That's what's going to keep your company afloat. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if the prices drop, then obviously more people will buy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the release
which all comes from this, with them releasing bigger, better things. It's, as I think Red was just going to say just then, I can probably read your mind, the PlayStation 4 was $550 on release, as opposed to $1,000. So,
PS3.
Yeah, and the games, games like $70 now.
Is that what you're going to say, Red?
Yeah, well, I was going to touch on because I think it might be just from memory. We talked about it on the podcast where you were ill, and we were talking about they didn't know whether they were going to sell any more consoles to, who we're going to sell them to. But at the time, I thoroughly believe that the release of the PlayStation 4 dug Sony, the brand, out of a bit of a financial woe.
Yeah,
because the lack of success with your Bravias and your stereos and everything. We live in a disposable world now.
Yeah.
Where people will buy 3 TVs for $350 instead of buying the $1,000 one.
Yeah.
Well, that was the thing, you know. Like, I bought my Sony TV. It cost me $1,200, and about a month and a half later, I could have got one which was about 10 inches, 12 inches bigger, and would have cost me half the price.
Well, your TV
His name was Steve.
Your TV is, what size is your telly?
46.
46. Yeah. The TV that I've got secondary in my computer room is 40 inches, has 3D, and was $300.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, mind you, it's one of those Sonic brands.
Yeah.
But yeah, $300 TV, 40-inch LCD for with 3D for $300.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But that's just my second telly in the computer room.
Yeah. Yeah, I paid $1,100 for my primary gaming TV.
Cool.
So it's just basically the same as the Sony.
All right, well, let's compare sizes. How big's yours, Red?
44, smack bang in the middle, bro. LG, LED, but
mine's 60.
Yeah, your mate, fucking. Do you prefer to play on your 40?
No. Fuck no. I want to play on my 60-inch. It's heaps better. Why would you ask that? You don't want to talk to me anymore, or what?
Because he's is he there?
He's gone!
Oh.
Gone. He must have lost service again on his phone. Hang on, I'll get him back.
What's he doing on his phone again?
It's saying busy.
Uh-huh. He's busy.
But you want me to call you back later, Red? Got something to do.
Fucking bird in the house.
Hello?
Yes!
So very sorry.
3G issue again?
Skype shut down.
Oh, okay.
So,
right.
Talking about how good Apple and Samsung's are, you can jam that up your butt.
Anyway, Red, you asked me if I prefer gaming on my 40-inch. Why would I prefer that?
Oh, yeah, because I went on to talk to myself, you know.
Yeah, we didn't hear that.
Talking to Pierce, and he went back to a 26-inch monitor, monitor.
Fuck that.
He says he prefers it.
Well, there's no point in having 1080p then.
No, that's why I thought I'd ask. I'm like, oh, okay.
Because like 520 would look like HD on a screen that size.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, but no, I love my 60-inch. It's fantastic.
I couldn't have a TV that big in my house, though.
I'm pretty happy with my 8-inch as well.
I was about to say it's a new slogan for a dildo.
My missus uses the 8-inch a lot more than I do. All right, let's. Who's next?
Your battery bill must be enormous.
Oh, my head just hurt.
No, plug and play kit. I'm lost. Who's next? Me? It's me, isn't it? All right. We've got Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Well, sorry. I should say, I don't know. How do I word it? I got the free games for December. How about that? Xbox One will be getting Worms Battlegrounds. Pretty cool. I'm pretty happy about that because I can play Worms with my Xbox people too. Xbox 360.
You've already got Worms though.
You're in the corner for that joke. Xbox 360. Xbox 360 is getting The Raven, Legacy of a Master Thief. I had a look at what that game is, and it kind of looked like an up-to-date version of that Last Express game. It just looks strange, though. I don't know. And Xbox 360 will also be getting SSX Snowboarding. I don't know what the Xbox One normally gets 2 games from my memory, doesn't it? I'm talking to the wrong guys. I don't know, but I've only got one listed here. PlayStation Plus, PS4 is getting Injustice: Gods Among Us and Secret Ponchos. Care about
Care.
I'm trying to do a Spanish joke. Care.
Okay.
Secret ponchos. Care. ¿Qué pasó?
You're a fucking idiot. I don't know what that means. All right, PS3 is getting Deadly Premonition and the Director's Cut, and the PS3 is also getting the Hitman trilogy. So you're going to get Hitman Blood Money, Hitman 2 Contracts. Sorry, I don't know what that is. You're getting the trilogy anyway. Hitman 2 Silent Assassin and some other Contracts game. I don't know. I've written it wrong here. My bad. Vita.
Blood Money's quite good.
Is that the first one?
No, it was the one before. What was the recent one? Hitman and
Absolution.
Absolution. Just before Absolution was Blood Money.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, you're getting that. That's the trilogy. 3 games in that. That's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's classed as 1 game, but it's 3, so that's cool. Vita will get Final Horizon, which is a tower defense game, and Titan Attacks, which is similar to Space Invaders. So a couple of Vita exclusive games there. Well, not Vita exclusive, I should say, but Vita. Who's next? Go, Sean.
You're good.
Yeah.
Activision is issuing DMCA takedown notices on all Call of Duty exploit videos on YouTube.
Exploit videos? What do you mean? Showing how to exploit it?
Yeah, so showing the cheat, the like glitches which get you better stuff, and how to hack your account and all that kind of stuff. Good. So the whole idea behind it is they said it's to curb cheating and unfair play within the Advanced Warfare multiplayer mode. So this is a very good thing, I think. So hopefully they might even watch the video that you posted up there and get the dicks that you were playing against the other night that were hacked and cheating. So
we reported them, but hopefully they get their names off that video as well and have a look at it. Yeah,
so it's a good thing, I think, because this has been for a very long time why I don't play Call of Duty online, especially after the big dramas that I had when playing I think it was Modern Warfare 2. You used to play that on the 360 and used to love it, and the second that you get into a game, you'd be into a game for all of about 20 seconds before somebody would drop a tac nuke and just wipe the whole map out. And then it got worse. Whenever you did that, you'd sit there and you'd hit somebody square with a rocket launcher in the chest, and they come running at you and stab you.
Yeah. What about in Modern Warfare 2? You know that the level, the multiplayer map on the rooftop? Probably called rooftop, I don't know. But there was like a off the side of the building, like if you jumped off the side of the building on one side, there was I think it was like a window washer sort of bay thing that you could stand on. And what people were doing is they were like getting their mates on the opposite team, and they were just running to that little platform, and they would stand there and just headshot each other.
Yeah.
But that was really funny because I would just stand up sort of to the side and I would shoot them before they'd have a chance. It was really funny. I was really good at Call of Duty back on that day too. I'm no good anymore, but I used to own that game big time. Sorry, keep going.
And so that's it.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're going to start taking the videos down, and then they'll probably look at ban. So
beautiful.
It's a good thing. It's good to keep it fair.
All right, that's our last bit of news, isn't it? Oh no, Red.
Yeah.
Red, you got something else?
Yeah, just a footnote. Fuck the trolls. Get rid of them. Because it's a stressful enough environment when you're running around trying to win a game, and then you get fucked by wankers like what we got. All right, my last piece of news is this is a real niche. sort of thing. Dark Souls 2 coming to PS4 next year. And Xbox One, sorry, I shouldn't be prejudiced.
Why don't they just make a Dark Souls 3 and bring it out?
Yeah.
Bloodborne, I thought it was called.
Yeah.
But this would have been good 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's it.
I would have paid top dollar for it.
I think the first 12 months, that's your window for your remakes, I think.
Yep.
Because there's not much going. People are still keen on those last games, and they can keep playing it with better graphics and things like that. But I'm starting to wear thin on the remakes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Unless
brought that
you
up,
completely remake it.
Oh yeah, like not a HD version, like from scratch, like
just from scratch. Just go for it.
Like Abe's New and Tasty and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect example.
I'm glad you brought that up because who wants to pay? Well, I'm a big one. I've rebought remasters, 3 of them, 2 of them. But if you already own it on the PS3, Xbox 360s, Windows PC, you upgrade to version 1.1 for free. So you get extra characters, the DLC, some story and world additions, new character events, various balancing tweaks because they've really dumbed down number 2 as opposed to number 1, and a little bit more story and world additions, which is really cool.
So what I need to do right now is go out and buy the cheapest copy if I can of it on PS3 and just let it sit there until it comes out on PS4, put it in and upgrade.
Oh, yeah, but are you going to play it?
That's pretty much what you'd do if you bought it and you're going to play it anyway.
Yeah, probably. I actually downloaded Demon Souls the other day onto the PS3 because it was free a couple of months ago. Is that the first Dark Souls, Demon Souls?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah. Is there Demon Souls, then Dark Souls, then Dark Souls 2? Is that the way it goes?
Yes.
Okay.
That's easier to follow than Assassin's Creed, so I'm happy to say yes.
Yes. No, because, I was going to actually put it on to play the other day, but then we got the copy of Rogue, so...
Dude, unless you're going to plan on pumping a couple of 100 hours into a game and really dealing with mass defeat and nothing to show for it after dying, I wouldn't start it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it, Sean.
No, I'm not going to because I've got that into Skyrim that I had to put it down and, go into rehab, same as with World of Warcraft, so
all right.
I don't get into those fantasy games too much.
All right, let's cut it there. Let's move on. We are running behind on schedule, so let's go into What's That Sound?
Oh, can we quickly just add one more thing?
No.
We need to add one more thing.
No.
We've got the... Yes?
No.
Origin and Steam sales have started.
No, cutting it out of the show.
You're cutting it out.
What's that? Origin and Steam sales have started.
Yes, so Steam Exploration sale is on until the 2nd of December, so I've put a link up on the page. There's heaps of good stuff on there at the moment. Things like $27 for Evil Within, that's pretty cool. And Origin's got their big sale on right now. They've got all the AAA titles, plus a big mega sale on all their older titles, so you can get like Mass Effect for $2.50 or the new SimCity and all that kind of stuff, $25. That's a pretty awesome deal. Titanfall for $15 as well, so check them out.
Okay, good?
Good.
All right, let's go.
Time we stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down.
What's that sound? Last week we had Sean picked it, didn't you? Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Did I beep it out?
I don't know. I haven't got that far through last week's show
I think
yet.
I did, but there was a point where I thought I might not have because we got quite a few people sending through with the correct answer. So congratulations to Ryan Sheraton and Rusky Big Muskie. There was a couple of others that got it correct, however, not quick enough. That was James Edmondson and Ben Squadrido. So congratulations to all 4 of you guys. You did get it correct, but unfortunately for the latter 2, no soup for you. Maybe next week you might be able to get this one. But for those interested in what the answer was, it was Little Big Planet 2.
This dance creates something astonishing. Out pops a transcendental dreamverse, a remarkable place where the real meets the fantastic. And this vast expanse of imagination has a name. They call it...
was from the intro. Okay, now as for this week, allow me to cue it.
Lego Batman Beyond Gotham.
That'd be funny. You think you know me so well. But you don't. I'm smart. I'm very smart. Have a listen.
You hear him typing, he's trying to find another sound.
Oh, that's
got
funny.
it. Excelsior.
Shit.
That's really funny, but no, I wasn't typing. I was putting the volume up. You guys can hear. Have a listen. That's really funny, though.
Your orders killed 47 innocent people. Someone has to pay for your crimes.
That's it. Who knows what that's from?
Right.
Is that a buzzer?
Oh, no. It'd be a funny guess.
Oh, go. What do you think it is? Guess.
I was going to say Hitman.
Oh, no.
47.
Oh, yeah. I did that on purpose because I knew Hitman was in the news. I didn't. That's an outright lie. Would you have believed me if I didn't say I was lying?
Of course. But we're sitting here chit-chattering, giving Rain Man his time to mull over the 37,000 games he's got fucking stored up in his grey matter.
Yeah. And there you go.
Sure.
Bam, the answer. What's that?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Huh?
Dun, 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 dun.
But can you just not say it more than once? I don't have to keep it out over and over, please. What gave that away?
What gave it away?
Yeah.
I played it.
Yeah, I know, but I picked from the very end of the game because I figured you probably wouldn't have got that far.
Yeah, there's no intro music here anywhere.
What actually got through to me was it was going to be. I threw out. I threw that one out first because I thought the only other one that I was thinking of that it could have been was Warfighter.
Why? I think you've just got a really, really good memory.
Yeah.
Well, this has got something going for you.
And it's not 8 inches.
But no, the reasoning behind it. Do you want to hear?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it sounded somber, and the way that he said that your actions killed this many people. Now in Warfighter, he's there and he's all like mopey and not really good after coming back from the war and all the shit that he'd seen and all that kind of stuff. And in the one that I was talking about, which is correct, is that the emotional side of the gameplay and...
But how do you go straight to that genre?
To that genre?
Yeah.
Because he killed 47 people and it was your actions that killed 47 people.
It could have been Assassin's Creed.
The bloke sounded like a military man.
How do you sound like a military man?
Have you watched war movies before?
Yeah, but how do you don't sound like a military man?
Do you know who that character is?
Do you know who that character is?
I don't know who that character is.
Because he's like an insignificant character.
Is it like his dad or something? I don't know. Like he sounds like a military person.
I don't know how he sounds military.
Play it again.
Your orders killed.
Oh, he says your orders.
People. Someone has to pay for your crime.
Okay.
Sounds like he's getting interrogated.
Yeah, he wasn't. It was just a conversation. But, yeah, look, he says, yeah, your orders. So, yeah, that would probably automatically ping military. All right, that's it. If you think you know what that sound is, send a message to the Facebook page. And if you are correct, and the first to do so, first couple I usually allow, you will win a free game. And that's it. That's the end of the show. This is where you come in, Sean.
Oh, yeah, I need to do this, don't I?
Yep.
me. Where's my notey notes? Here we are. Now that we're at the end of this week's show, please take the time to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/AussieGamers2012. If you tweet your life away on a daily basis, please follow us at AussieGamers12, where you can follow all of our posts from Facebook and all that kind of stuff that's on there. For raging and gaming sessions and just cool co-op, sign up for us at AussieGamersTV at twitchtv.com. If you'd like to listen to this this podcast on any of your devices, you can download it by searching Aussie Gamers Express at Stitcher, TuneIn Radio and iTunes, or just directly through the Facebook page. If you like reading but can't be fucked with a book, head on over to our blog at aussiegamersexpress.blogspot.com.au. You can send us snail mail if you like. That's P.O Box 130, Cranebrook 2749, New South Wales.
Twitch.tv.
Twitch, what did I say?
.com. So I don't know what twitch.com is. I think that's...
Porn.
It's
like our Sex Press blog.
Yeah, it'll be porn. So don't go to twitch.com. Twitch.tv.
I'm going to type it in, see what it says.
It'll probably just go to Twitch, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. What is that? No, don't go to twitch.com.
Is it porn?
I don't know. It hasn't come up with this blank screen. It's a white screen, so somebody's already finished himself on it.
No. It came up.
It's just blank.
No, it came up for me. It loaded.
It came up. You did.
It's like Network Solutions.
No, I've got nothing.
I think it's nothing. It's like this page hasn't been created yet.
Twitch.tv. Check it out.
That's right. Alright, well, I've got nothing else to say. I'm very thirsty and really keen to go and play some video games. So, any final words?
No. Hi, rats, here I come.
That's exactly right. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. I've been LewkOne.
I've been Thorncliff.
And I've been Ray.
Should I stay or should I go?
Ray.
Okay, testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing. Hello. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you're
Testing.
good.
You get the high and low.
Shut up, Sean.
Testing 1, 2, 3, just to get it in there.
That's all you needed.